everyone, welcome to this new episode of ENTREZ. My name is Christian Seri. I'm a DFW realtor, and today we are excited. We are thrilled to have this wonderful entrepreneur today in our show. I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
Hi everyone, my name is Elizabeth. I go by Liz and I'm an entrepreneur. I own an event staffing company called KANDY Event Staffing. We are a group of professional bartenders, servers, and we service weddings, corporate, and social events around DFW.
Wow. I'm very, very happy to have you in this show. And we're going to have a blessed time. I think people are going to be blessed about this conversation we're going to have. So how long have you been doing this?
I have been doing this for 8 years.
8 years?
Yes.
Wow, wow. And how did you become an entrepreneur? How did you get started?
So later on in life, I found out that entrepreneurship was in my blood, both on my father and my mother's side. When I was 22, I took a trip to Ghana.
Oh, Ghana,
which is where my father is from, West Africa.
West Africa, okay.
Yes.
For those who...
Beautiful country.
Yeah. I want to go there as well. I've never been to Ghana.
I will take you.
Wow.
So when I was in Ghana, I got to experience some great hospitality. And by this time, I've traveled to many different countries, but the hospitality in Ghana was just unmarked. And I really enjoyed it. And I also noticed that everyone owned a business. Wow. It was like drinking water. It was just second nature.
People are entrepreneur everywhere. You can see people doing things.
So I was like, what am I doing? I don't have a business, so I need to get one. So because I was in college, I'm at that age where I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my life. And so entrepreneurship was definitely on the line, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. So I kind of went through a stage of trying out different things. And I think servicing people is what I'm very passionate about. That is my love language, is acts of service. I love helping people. I have a gift of knowing what people want before they know they need it or want it.
Can you say that again? I love that sentence.
I have a gift of knowing what people need or want before they know it. And servicing God's people is my ministry.
Wow, wow. That's wonderful. Because being an entrepreneur, it's, bring a service to people. Like being able to capture exactly what people need. And that's your gift.
Absolutely. And I enjoy it.
That's great. I love that. I love that. And being an entrepreneur, what was the vision beyond all this? What did you want to achieve?
When I first got started, I first was looking to find something that I can make money. Okay. So let's be real, it's all about money.
Yeah. It's all about the green.
I mean, it's about the money, but it's also about the passion. And so when I got back from that trip from Ghana, I then started to surround myself with people who are business owners. Wow. And then that kind of helped. So
you have to surround yourself?
Yes, with like-minded people who are pretty much on the same path as you are or have already gotten to the stage where you want to be. And so I started to network with different people, and that's when my vision started coming together. And I can say in the 8 years of being in business, I'm definitely not where I started. And I'm definitely on the path of being where I want to be. And it's definitely a journey. It's not going to happen overnight, but I am truly enjoying this journey.
Wow. And building that company, what kind of obstacles, it's being an entrepreneur, it's a struggle every day. Sometimes you can start like after 6 months and a year, I'm like, oh, do I really want to do this?
Anyone who has made it past COVID, congratulations. Wow. You're in it to win it. And I'm happy to say that I've made it past that point.
Congratulations.
In the beginning, I can only say I've never bartended before.
Oh, okay.
I've never been a server before.
Okay.
So why would I start a company doing what I've never done before?
So but you went out your comfort zone, literally.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I'm the type of person where if I don't know something, I'm definitely going to research it and I'm going to find it out. And it was reaching out to people who are professionals in that field. and me just handling the business side of it, which was something that I was okay with doing. I was very knowledgeable in that state. So it was just kind of building the structure of everything. And then once I got surrounded around these professionals who know how to bartend and they know how to service events, have them teach me. And once they taught me, then I was able to teach others.
Wow.
So it's come along very well.
For the people out there, this show is to encourage and boost all the entrepreneurs out there. So if you don't know something, you can go and learn. You know?
Utilize YouTube. YouTube has so much. If you have the privilege of having internet, utilize YouTube. But also, it's always good to have a person that you can call on the phone and talk to. And get that conversation, get that one-on-one, meeting up for lunch or whatever, and having conversations about things that you're facing.
Okay.
And your answers can just be a call away. Don't sit in a struggle. Get past it.
Yeah. And you were talking about YouTube. It's funny because, and I told myself, even if you want to build a boat, you will always find somebody on YouTube who is going to show you how to do it.
Thank God for YouTube.
YouTube is a great material we can use as an entrepreneur.
Yes.
So how many people do you have in your company right now?
So right now I have 15 staff.
15 staff.
Yes.
And you serve only DFW?
So no.
Okay.
I'm excited to say that, I prayed. When 2022 came, I prayed. I said, Lord, I want to travel with my business.
Wow.
I want to travel because a lot of these people in the event industry, they're getting flown out to different islands to service weddings and these corporate events. And I was like, I want to go to another state and do something as well. Okay. So I prayed and asked God for 2022. So I manifested that. And I got a call from a bride, and she wanted to do her wedding like 3 hours outside of Dallas. I was like,
wow.
That's not really traveling, but I'll take it, baby steps. So she got me a hotel. I stayed overnight and everything. That was cool. 2 months later, I got a call from Formula One.
Okay.
And they were doing Formula One in Miami this year. And I took 14 staff to Miami in May. And
from Dallas to
Miami.
Wow.
And that was, I'm not gonna lie, I shed a little tear because I was just so grateful. Wow. I was like, God, I asked for this and you just supplied it to me. That just lets me know, keep dreaming bigger, because there's like no limit to what you can do when you have God on your side. And
you talk about God. God is it's very important in everything we do. And as an entrepreneur, sometimes you can be discouraged. Sometimes you can hear like things that you're gonna be like, oh, this is tough for me right now. I'm not making money. I'm not, the business is not going the way I want it to go. So as a Christian, what's scripture in the Bible of something that gives you strength? Like say, hey, I can do it. I can make it.
I believe it's Colossians. It speaks about how you do things unto God and not unto men.
Wow.
When I service these events,
that's powerful.
This is not for my clients. Everything that I do is for God. And my goal is to please him. So my mom used to always tell me when I was little, if I was sweeping the kitchen, and she'll be like, did you do that unto God or did you do that for me? Because it looked like you did it for me. And so growing up as an adult, I always kept that in mind. Whatever I do has my name on it. Okay. And as God's child, I need to make sure that I'm doing it up to him and no one else.
Wow.
If I can satisfy him, I can surely satisfy my client.
Wow. We have to say glory to God.
Amen.
Glory to God in everything we do. So, from that idea of building that company you have, from the idea to the company itself, what's the time frame?
I want to say maybe once I got to my 6th year is where I was like, all right, I think I got this.
Wow.
I know the right people. I got the right staff. I'm making a name for myself.
Okay.
And of course, in the beginning stages, it's a lot of learning. It's a lot of mistakes. And I encourage any entrepreneur or someone who wants to start a business, if you're scared, then that means you're on the right track. Okay?
Wow.
Because entrepreneurship is not as glamorous as it looks. There is a lot of days where I have to do things on my own. I don't have the luxury of having PTO and calling in. It has to get done. It relies on me. It is something scary, but it's very, very rewarding. And one of the biggest things for me was like, I wanted flexibility. That was number one. Flexibility.
Flexibility.
I don't want to have to answer to anyone. I don't want to have to be obligated to go into a corporate job every day. I've been working since I was 15 years old. I'm almost 35. So I've been working a long time. And I experienced that. And I took those experiences and I brought them into my actual business. And I try to treat my staff as if I would want to be treated as well. And so having that flexibility was number one for me. And it has worked. I'm able to help other entrepreneurs when they need me, and we rely on each other. I have some business besties that hold me accountable. Wow. Because that's number one. If you don't have anyone to hold you accountable, then you're just out there kind of doing it on your own. Definitely build that foundation of people who want to see you succeed. Absolutely. And they're going to call you out and be like, hey, I saw this. That's not your work. You can do better. Wow. And I have those people who have my back and who won't let me fail and who are constantly pushing me to be more creative and take it to the next level. Wow.
Wow. So you were talking about corporate a few seconds ago. Did you work for somebody else, or after college you started being an entrepreneur?
No. I've been a full-time entrepreneur in 2020. So I was kind of pushed into it. I got furloughed due to COVID. So it was kind of now you're on your own. Wow. And I was in corporate. I was a payroll specialist for different companies. And after I got furloughed, I did look at a couple of jobs, went on a couple of interviews. But I'm like, Liz, you can do your own business. You can do it. I literally had to change my mindset to not look at being an entrepreneur as a burden, because I had a mortgage, I had bills, and my biggest thing was, can this business carry me alone? Because I enjoyed having that paycheck every 2 weeks. And that was my cushion. So now that I have to rely just on my business, that increased my hustle. Wow. And I'm good. No payments missed.
And what do you like? What do you enjoy the most being an entrepreneur?
There's so many things. Most of all, like I said before, the flexibility. The flexibility. I love that I don't want to say I could wake up whenever I want to, but I kind of
if you are your own boss.
I kind of can.
Yeah.
I get to set my own schedule for the week. If I know I have personal things to take care of, I can fit that in whenever I need to. If I need to go to the doctor, I'm more flexible as far as my scheduling. I love the relaxation part of it. That it is just so flexible for me to allow to do the things that I love to do, in which I love to travel. So I'm able to travel a lot during the week versus, I'm restricted to just Friday through Sunday. So I love the flexibility.
Flexibility, you were talking about your schedule. And being an entrepreneur, it's about time management. Yes. What can you say about that?
This is something that I definitely struggle with.
We all do. We try.
I definitely struggle with time management. Working in corporate America, you have that, got to be clocked in at this time, clock in at this time. When you have all this flexibility, it's like, who's going to fire me? I'm the boss. So, having a planner, a calendar, and writing things down has been very vital to me. Kind of putting myself in the mindset as you have to do this at this time. You have this many hours of spare time, utilize it. I'm queen of procrastination sometimes. Procrastination is of the devil. I have been praying it away from me. And sometimes when I do things at the last minute, I still get it done.
So if you procrastinate, do not procrastinate.
I mean, I get it done, but it's like you had enough time to do it. But I'm working on it. I'm not
time,
perfect.
we have time management and we have discipline. As I would say, the CEO of your company, how do you use discipline with the people you work with? Because as a bartender, you know, you have some staff. People need to look a certain way. People have to, you know, to treat other people a certain way. How to discipline?
So onboarding with staff, especially new staff,
Okay.
a lot of them, they come from different aspects. If you worked at a restaurant or a hotel,
Okay.
it's totally different when you come into someone's home. So it is my job to make sure that they know step by step. When we come into someone's home, that is their private space. You have to respect it a different way than you would at a bar. So it's having that one-on-one time with them and letting them know, you know, this is someone's home, be respectful, and just to give them the hospitality. I love when guests say, oh, wow, they hired staff. Like, that just makes me sound like, yeah, they did. We're doing good, right? So it's just adding, I say, that razzle dazzle to each event. And I want every guest to feel like they have their own personal server, their own personal bartender, to give them that one-on-one. Okay. So that, you know, they can have an experience, and most likely they will book us for their own event.
Wow. So you have a special niche, like it's all you do only weddings? What do you?
No. So anything that has alcohol or food, we are there. Okay. So right now we're in wedding season. Okay. And I think I have maybe 5 more weddings till the end of this month. Wow. So
you are booked.
We're booked. So weddings are going on right now. Then we're going into the holiday season where it becomes more of a lot of house parties, a lot of Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving. Then we get into more of the corporate of doing a lot of holiday, Christmas with corporate events and stuff like that. We stay pretty busy within these next couple of months.
Good, good. What is your biggest achievement being an entrepreneur, doing what you do? Sometimes you're like, I'm proud of myself after days, and you know, when you see, you know, when you look back, you're like, okay, I made it.
Honestly, I'm gonna say it's gonna be the accolades that I get from my friends and family.
Family first, yeah.
Especially my mom. She is so supportive.
Wow.
I could tell her I want to go sell bottled water on the corner. She's going to cheer me on. Wow. And to have someone like that in your corner.
The support from your family is key as well.
Yes. It just really pushes me because I feel like she believes in me. So I know I can do it and I have to do it. So even when I hear my friends or my cousins say, oh, my cousin or my friend, she owns her own business, it makes me feel like, yep, and I'm successful at it too. So the money is good for sure, but just to see that I'm making my friends and family proud and they're proud of me, that just really just warms my heart. Like, I'm not doing this just for me, I'm doing it for them. And I'm also giving them an opportunity, which has happened before. If you are low on funds and you lose your job or whatever the case may be, I always have an opportunity for you to come and make money. Wow. And if it's not through me, I know so many people. Let me lead you in the right direction. Let me see where I can help you. Okay. So being in this industry, I have been able to network with a lot of people.
So you know a lot of people,
I know
right?
A lot of people.
Wow.
A lot of people. So it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Absolutely. The quality of the people.
The quality of the people, absolutely. And I said earlier that, you know, I try to network with a purpose. Yeah. So when I'm going out.
Network with a purpose.
When I'm going out to these events and meeting new people, I look at business cards as dollar signs. Wow. Am I just going to throw this in my back seat or throw it on the floor when I get home? This is literally money. This is a potential client. Wow. And so I always make sure, which I can attest to when we first met. Okay. I got your card and I emailed you that night. Nice meeting you. And from there, here we are. Wow. That's so it's always good to follow up on networking with people. Try to remember those conversations that you had with them. Put that in either an email or a text, just so that, you know, you're on their mind whenever they need you.
That's true, because sometimes you go to a lot of networking event, you get a lot of business cards.
You meet so many people.
And then you keep it somewhere. You said, I'm going to do it tomorrow, maybe the next day, and then procrastinate, and then after that, you forget about it. So you have to follow up.
Exactly.
Wow.
And I've been, and not just in my industry, but also in real estate or whatever.
I think you do real estate as well.
Yes, I do real estate.
Tell us about it.
Well.
Tell us about it.
So I have been a licensed realtor for about a year now.
So you are, how do you say, an entrepreneur of, you do everything.
when you become an entrepreneur and you find ways to make money, you're gonna go and make that money. And I have been enjoying it thus far. When I got into real estate, it was at a bad time when the market wasn't too well, but I survived that as well. And everything is going good now. Real estate is great for networking. Everyone needs a home.
I'm a realtor, so I know.
So that's a great industry to be in. And even when I get to tell my clients with Kitchen Candy, hey, I'm also a realtor. Oh, really?
Wow.
So it's like a double whammy.
Wow.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
That's awesome. So after Texas, maybe, are you targeting other states?
So
like Massachusetts, Florida, I don't know.
I would
Washington,
like to say I would like to have Kitchen Candy in every state.
Okay.
Absolutely. Especially
like McDonald's?
I would say like those big states like California, Vegas, Miami, Atlanta, states like that. I would eventually love to have my own franchise there. I'll give myself a couple of years to master DFW. And then from there, just find out where's our next home.
And how about Africa?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you have any projects for Ghana, Ivory Coast, Congo, South Africa? Because people are watching us from, all over.
I would actually love to go, not necessarily Ghana, anywhere in Africa to learn more about hospitality there.
Okay.
I kind of know it here, but I would like to take different experiences from different countries and bring it here. Okay. So I would definitely be willing to go out to different countries and share experiences. I can learn from them and they can learn from me.
Absolutely. We learn every day.
Yeah.
So my next question is, a lot of young ladies or young girls watching us or other people, they say like, wow, this is a great experience. This is a great testimony of this lady. She didn't know how to be a bartender, and then she went into it, did some research, and now she has a company, a successful company. What kind of advice you can give to those young girls, or even those ladies and boys want to be like you? So yeah. I
would definitely say pray about it first.
Whoa.
Everything needs to start
first
with prayer.
I love that.
If God is your foundation,
I love that.
I would say don't try to go into something without being good with God first, because He's going to carry you along the way. And if you're not good with Him, you can't expect that business to go as well. So first, get good with God. Mm-hmm. Have a plan. Have a step action plan. Don't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to do something with no plan. Write it out. Step 1, this is what I need to do. Step 2, this is what I need to do. And these things work. I have actually helped people start businesses just by creating a step action plan. It's just that simple. You can do it. You are your own enemy sometimes.
That's true.
We're in our head a lot.
Absolutely.
Don't be like me. Don't procrastinate.
No.
Surround yourself with people who are going to support you. Surround yourself with people who make you uncomfortable.
Wow.
If you're constantly comfortable around the people that you're with, start rubbing shoulders with people who are more successful than you. Because when you hang out with successful people and you're the one that's not successful, they're going to want to carry you along with them. And because they want to see you succeed too. So get out there. You literally have to just put yourself out there. I remember my first network event. I was so scared.
Wow.
I was so shy.
Wow.
I was with one of my mentors and I was just following her every step of the way. And she was like, Get out. Like,
talk to people.
Go talk to people on your own. And I was like, but what if people don't like me? And she was like, you're a likable person. She's like, these people don't know you. You don't even have to tell them your real name. Whatever you tell them is what they know, but just go talk to people. I'm like, okay. I started talking to people and then I couldn't shut up. I just started talking and
just start.
Just started. Just do it. People that I met at that first networking event are still my friends today.
Wow.
That's how strong the connection was. And they have literally helped me get to this point where I am today. And I'm so thankful for that. And thankful for my mentor who pushed me to just do it, just talk. And here I am. And at that point, I didn't even know what I wanted to do. I just know I needed to figure it out. And sometimes you have to experience several things to figure out where your niche actually is. So
the niche is something important as well. Sometimes people want to do everything that people are doing, but you have to find a niche.
It's passion. It was passion for me. So at my church, on our Sabbath days, we would all collectively have a potluck.
Okay.
After service. Someone would bring bread, someone would bring meat, someone would bring cheese.
Okay.
And so I don't know why I enjoyed help putting this stuff together. Like, it was my ministry. I really enjoyed, okay, let's get the bread. Church about to be over. Let's get everything set up. So when the people come out, everything is already good. I loved doing that. Wow. And it started with my church that created this ministry for me to service people. And my first event was for my church.
Wow.
It was for my church.
Sometimes we think that our customer or client are like very, very far. No, sometimes it's just right next to you.
Yep.
Even closer to you.
Started with church.
Wow. And after church, and then you...
Now we big time.
Wow. Wow. So I remember in a few conversations we had, you said if somebody want to start a business, for example, and the person doesn't know how to start, you can be a help as well.
Yes,
Tell us about it a little bit.
So I have been grateful to have people who helped me get to where I am. And I would be a fool not to pass that along to the next person, because I want to see everybody succeed. There's no competition. I always say community over competition. Me and you could be doing the same thing, but I want the best for you. And so if there's anything that I can do to help you get to where you need to be, that's what I'm going to do.
And I used to say, even if we do the same thing, we don't have the same expertise.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We don't have the same expertise. Yeah. Wow.
So definitely being able to share. I am willing to share. If you have any questions, small or big, feel free to reach out to me.
We're going to put your, info below, so you can reach out. I have no
problem. And if I don't have answers for you, I will definitely get an answer for you, because if this is something that you're really passionate about, you got to do it.
Go for it.
You got to do it. Like I said earlier, if you're scared, then that means you're on the right track. Just do it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. We're almost done. And I just want to give you the last word. You want to say something?
I do. I have a entrepreneur morning affirmation that I wanted to share. Okay. I don't read this every morning, but every now and then I have to glance at it just to remember. And it says, God, thank you for choosing me to be an entrepreneur. My business is growing every day. My income is increasing daily. Wow. I am so grateful that when I get to work, I get to work for you, and I get to work where I want and whom I want. Thank you for making my name great and bringing me in the presence of great influential men and women.
I want that as well.
Yes.
Thank you.
That prayer really helps me.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For this wonderful show. And everybody, thank you again, for this new episode of ENTREZ. And my name is Christian. Next month in November 12th, we're gonna have Business Apparel Christ Dallas that I host. It's in Irving, in Texas. So you are very welcome. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye bye.